Hello, everyone, and welcome back to quite possibly the finale of the Return to Arbello arc. Wow! Would anyone like to fill us in on what happened last session?
No.
I did it last time, I think.
We fought a lot of bad dudes.
We
and
dumped
killed
a
most of them.
statue on a big evil boy.
Yes.
You did, having disrupted the ceremony to summon through a Hezro demon via reversing the polarity of the summoning ritual, dealing with the communication orb where they were getting some advice from their mysterious benefactor, and also, as you say, collapsing a massive statue down on top of the entire thing, which busted through the floor and washed you all out into kind of a small pool of water out of the foothills of Arbello Castle.
Indeed.
As you and as we finished off the last session, it was with the partially pushed through and extremely severed Hezro demon reaching its hand up, but that was a good kind of cliffhanger to leave on. But we skipped over a slight bit of stuff, so you guys also all leveled up on the way into it. Do you want to just give me, as you were kind of being rushed through these caverns and kind of plonked out and unconscious, which was what gave you the kind of opportunity to do that. What does that kind of look like? We'll start with Thyra in terms of because you've got obviously some new spells and things like that from your level up. How does that look like in terms of your relationship with Thor in terms of this kind of impromptu level up?
I think pretty much the camera sort of blacks and grays and goes into Gary Jules' Mad World. It's playing real slow. It's probably like a half-speed version as well.
Oh, man.
And Thyra's vision is sort of blurring, and she's still kind of seeing the gates to Valhalla open way up above her. And she can hear the drum beats from that still, and it's like intermeshing with her thundering heartbeat because she's slightly drowning. And she can also see the gate through her cleric vision, TM. Is sort of closing up at around the same time. And basically, I think she does see Thor briefly. And I don't know if that's actually Thor or if it's just Thyra's sort of hero complex / battle infatuation. But basically what happens is, she's sort of surrounded by this crackling electricity that she got at the beginning of the fight. And she's handed an iron stake.
I see. A literal iron stake or a metaphorical iron stake?
Both.
I see. I'm sure this will come up in terms of your new spell choice as the fight goes on. Dave, how about you in terms of leveling up? Is this just something that, as you were escaping through the river, is there any kind of specific stuff that was happening there for Dave?
I don't have any idea how I could make suddenly being able to put things to sleep. I don't know how I would have spontaneously gained that while temporarily unconscious in a river.
Well, I think that he's been he's been playing for a long time now. I think something just clicks with him just at the end as you are involved in this very kind of musical. Because right at the end, when we had all these overlaying kind of dimensions and this kind of very musical aspect in terms of the Valkyrie images and Dave's bardic song was part of that. So I think something just like fills him, like he just kind of gets how to do it. Like he just like, wait, no, yeah, this kind of makes sense to me now. In terms of that kind of thing. Anything from Glanvar or Apollyon on this kind of.
I think that as he comes out of the waterfall, Apollyon literally just hits his head onto a rock and just has a sudden supercut of like flashing arcane imagery and levels up.
Okay. Glanvar? Has he just been working out his muscles and it's just kind of like clicked through for him?
I'm not actually sure how he sort of what's really happened with him.
Well, it's been a pretty intense physical situation, and I imagine just being powered through this situation, because he's been at the point where he could have leveled up for a while. I think just having this opportunity just to rest like a little bit has just kind of clicked that through for him as well. Cool. And the other thing is when the Hezru, or the partial Hezru, put its hand up through, that was to give us a good kind of cliffhanger at the end there. I think you guys would have had, and you passed the reflex saves and fortitude shave mostly, or at least as a party. I'd count that as a success overall, even if some people did take some damage. So I think it makes sense, rather than you to have just been plonked right back into another combat starting immediately, that everyone's going to get a turn like before the Hezru pops up, just to do any kind of prep or kind of healing or getting items out that you need to, just as a kind of like free turn to represent the fact that a lot of stuff was happening at the same time before the Hezru actually came up. So do you guys want to roll initiative, and we'll go through that first, and then we'll go into an actual full round.
All right.
Sort of like a surprise round, but the monsters have not shown up yet. So.
Yay, I did it.
Yay!
If it makes you feel any better, the Hezro did also natural one.
Nice. Good.
Technically, that's a natural 1/2.
Nice.
So is that literal just a 1 for... What is your dexterity bonus, Thyra?
I'm going to guess
it's a
0.
Okay, what
Yeah.
is the Hezro?
It's a 10.
Yeah, so I think the Hezro is going above you, just because I think it does have a dex bonus.
A Bex Donus.
A dex bonus.
Ah, yes, Bex Donus, the ancient and powerful mage.
Yes, indeed.
Hello, sister.
Glenvar's going up there.
Is your sister also watching the PATHCO stream?
The 3 people are all somewhat involved in PATHCO from the same building.
That's true.
Jack's next door.
Indeed.
Hi.
Hello, Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Hello.
Great.
So,
All right.
So anyway, being killed by a demon.
yes. So,
Well, honestly, in terms of killing, we're quite ahead of it. To be fair.
Would you say we're exactly half ahead of it?
Yes, in fact, that would seem about appropriate.
okay, cool beans. So, as you, so this is in the kind of first your kind of prep round. We'll start off with Glenvar, and as you're kind of coming to in this river, not river, this kind of pool, as the water's kind of still coming out from that waterfall to a certain degree, you're also looking around. You can obviously see these armies arrayed around you, and there's also this very thick layer of ash that have been spewing up, and it obviously kind of presumably stopped when you halted the thing, but it's kind of settled at this point. So there is this kind of thick layer of ash coating the trees, which are looking very blackened, floating in the water to a certain degree, and as these kind of two sides of troglodytes are moving around, they are leaving these kind of like footprints in the ash as they're moving around.
Right.
So yeah, everything's very kind of like blackened and covered in soot around. You can't really see like the natural coloration of the trees or the rocks, even to a certain extent. Some of the trogs have like put it on in terms of war paint and things like that.
Well,
So
you don't see.
So, Brother Glanvar, your kind of free prep turn.
I'm sort of what, sorry?
Your free prep turn.
Can I get out of the water?
You can certainly do some movements. Yeah.
How deep is the water?
It's probably up to waist height on a dwarf, I would say.
Okay, so Dave is sort of under the water completely then.
Not quite. I think it was like up to my nose. That's what it
Yeah.
was. It's like just under.
Man, I always forget just how small Dave is.
He's a small boy. He's 3 feet tall.
He's 3 feet tall.
Well, I'm going to use my move. I'm going to guess it's half movement through this.
Mm-hmm.
to, because I can move 40 to there.
Okay.
Right.
From what you can see up here, Glanvar.
Up where?
So I'm just pinging here. You can see a.
Can't see the ping. Sorry, I'm not being
Doesn't
difficult.
either.
Okay. So over here, so you're there. So over there to your right, you can see there's a druid. What we can only assume to be a druid, a high druid, and a high priest. So there's also a druid here. I might move him slightly so he's less camouflaged against the tree.
The
there.
one that arrived late with no, that was a bogart, isn't it?
That was a bogart, yeah.
It used to be when you pinged, it would draw everyone's attention to where you were pinging. Do you mean this fellow over here in red?
Yeah, that fellow in the red. He's holding a. Yeah, that guy. Yes, the one in the red. You can see him holding like this wicked kind of. Like not a dagger, but this like Zev Gavazeb symbol, and
Well, he's immediately going to die.
and you've got this druid opposite him as well, and they're kind of locked at each other. There's actually kind of almost like a kind of power field around these two. They're kind of as you guys are prepping there. There's almost like this electrical field around the druid guy. There's almost like shadow field around the high priest, Scorner, I believe he'd got his name, and you can presume this is the high priest Greenleaf here. Basically, they've got this almost Dragon Ball Z-esque kind of field around themselves. They're locking eyes, and these kind of like power fields interacting with each other. Looking basically some high-level cleric and druid stuff is going on there between the two of them. You're not sure if you can like notice the kind of wind bending strangely around these two as they're kind of got this kind of arcane kind of lock going on with each other. So you're not sure how well interfering with that would necessarily go, but we can see how that pans out in terms of the combat itself. That's your movement. Do you have any kind of standard action you want to do, not relating to Hezro Demon, which hasn't quite popped out yet? Glanvar?
Sorry, fucking hell, muted. Hit the mute by accident earlier. I don't know. I kind of want to shoot him, but
Well, you can certainly go for it.
If Dave sees like Glanvar throwing a bow, can he shout at him to not do that?
Certainly.
Yeah, there's a very tense political situation going on here.
Granwell gruffly responds, and why not?
Situation.
Pardon?
Very tense political situation.
Well, he's
We've been-
targeting the Hezru demon, though, so...
Demon hasn't emerged yet.
Well,
It's like a prep round.
well, Ag said he could, so...
If you wanted to, well, you know, not at the Hezro Demon. That's not out yet. Glanvar was.
I'm
Glanvar
going
was
to.
referring to the high priest here on the side.
That's why I'm saying, because we're literally surrounded by some armies. I don't know if you've noticed.
I know, and you almost feel as if I'm outnumbering them. To be honest,
Alright.
I'm not gonna. I won't shoot at them. I will ready my bow. I will draw the bow and I'll ready it. Literally, there's no other actions I can take with my standard.
Okay, cool. Next up is Dave.
Oh, really? Man, you guys roll badly.
Yeah, we did. We rolled terribly.
Turn order. You all roll badly,
We did.
except for me, because I'm Glanvar.
We did.
The boughs of this tree that's above me, or is it too high up?
What's that? Sorry.
I reach the boughs of this tree above me, or is it too high up? Because
You can
I'm not able to
certainly-
reach the land.
You can certainly make a climb check, actually.
And then I have swim, so that's probably a good bet. Because my swim is not great.
That's not a really great climb check, as you kind of like slip and slide down the side of the tree as it kind of you're plonked back into the water. Can you give me a quick perception check as well?
I just want to not be in the water, man.
Okay, we'll come through to that perception. in a second.
Do I, while I'm here, sorry, do I recognise any of the druids that we encountered before?
You can see Eden, I think, down here. With that perception check, yeah, I'll give you that. You can recognise Eden as being part of the group, some of the ones that you've seen before. Other than that, it just generally seems to be... You can definitely pick out like it being a druid grouping to the south and a Zev grouping to the north. And yeah, do you want to do anything else with your... That was your movement action, I think. Anything standard, Dave?
Action to try again.
Yeah, sure. You want to make another climb check?
I want to not be in this because, like, honestly, I cannot get out of this water.
Okay.
Ooh, I just found out.
Sorry, Gladwell?
No, I was just noticing that my my key pool gives me access to cold iron and silver for the purpose of my unarmed, but I don't know if that translates to my bow.
If you look at the thing for the bow, I think it does
on the Arcane Archer archetype page
I'm
or whatever.
afraid that it doesn't matter in this particular fight, though, because a Hezru demon is not vulnerable to cold
was
iron.
more pointed interest.
Oh, right.
Well,
yeah, that's fair.
That thing might have different strengths or weaknesses anyway. And
Yeah,
also
that's true, actually, that's true.
Matter. For me.
I will tell you that yes, it does have different stats to it.
Yeah.
I mean, when it pops out, I'll give you a bit more of a breakdown on that. And also, I'll say you would have noticed this as well when you were walking around Glenvine. Anyone that's kind of around has been moving. Much like the streams earlier, there's a lot of like rusted metal at the bottom of this pool.
Right.
Like you're stepping over like armor and shields. You're doing it as you're coming out, Glenvar. Dave, you too. You slam down, you kind of fall a little bit on them, but you're able to pull yourself up into the boughs of this tree. As
Avoid getting tetanus.
Yes.
you
I hope not.
You do avoid getting tetanus, and remind me to give you the result of your perception check when it comes down to the start of your next
Is the
turn.
result of my 14 that I am in the tree now?
Yes, you are in the tree now. I would probably put you there. Yeah, exactly. Cool. Apollyon.
Yes.
Yes.
Considering that, so do we know that the Hezru demon is still, in a way, present?
I think you can get like what are you planning to do in terms of prep? Like, is it getting the weapon out or something? Or?
Yeah, Can I, first of all, can I make either a spellcraft or a perception check to see if Nasanda's greatsword is good aligned?
You can certainly make that spell check.
I will do that then. That's an 8. I have no idea.
You have no idea. Also, I would probably be throwing that to you to whoever.
Cutting out there, I'm afraid. I did not catch that.
Also, in terms of whether or not the greatsword is, I think that would partially be.
Cut out again. Cut out
Well,
again.
he's saying Nasanda's your character, I think, so he's not entirely sure.
Oh, right.
So if you think that it would be, then that's certainly an argument you could make. But I think regardless of that, Apollyon doesn't know. So
No, Apollyon doesn't know, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, I am going to, just out of carefulness, use my standard action to summon the hand.
yeah, I think because that's a sensible thing for you to be doing anyway. When all of this, like armies around you, regardless.
Yeah, I think so. So I'm summoning the hand, consuming a spell slot, and consuming some health. Let me roll a d4. Okay, that's 1. That's fine. Okay, and then I would like to use my move action to move up on this bit of land, if I may.
Okay.
There we go. And then for
There's your
Gilhan...
hand. Yep.
where's the hand? I can't see it.
Oh, sorry, I've just dropped it on the...
Ah, good. And then in terms of Gilhelm, considering that he is not hampered by this water, I believe, due to his boggart feet, I would like to move him... no, that's more than... I don't want to be getting in Glanvar's way, though. I'll just put him up here for the time being.
Okay. Very close to this kind of maelstrom of arcane energy.
Well, yes, why not?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Could you give me access to controlling him, please?
Gilhelm.
Yes.
Oh, apologies. Yes, okay, great. There you go.
Right, thank you. There we go. Well, actually, no. I'm just going to put him here, next to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, do I have anything else? I've used up my move, my standard, Gilhelm. The hand is there. I suppose I have Ryan in my pocket somewhere. But I don't think that he's really going to be that useful here. I'm going to get him out anyway. Just in case I need him.
I had dropped him on the GM layer, so there you go.
Yep, alright. So if you can hand me over control to him as well.
I had forgotten to give you control. There you go.
Alright, thank you very much. So I will summon him to my side.
Okay. Thyra.
Thyra staggers 10 feet into the sort of, like, gross, watery shenanigans. And she's sort of doing that thing where you're trying to not get yourself wetter than you already are. She's already pretty sodden anyway. But, like, you know, she's like, lifting her symbol of Thor over her head. And she's gonna basically... Anyone within 30 feet, so that includes Dave Bonbon, Sigmund, Nasander, none of Polly's gang, because thanks Polly, Glanvar, and Dave, you're going to gain 46 hit points.
Okay. Nasander...
So 12. Great. 10 out of 10 rolling. So far, so good.
Oh, nothing.
No, that's not too bad. That's average-ish, slightly below average, but it's
Yeah.
It's a
Dave,
pain.
Who gains that again?
You do.
Awesome.
Yes.
Apart from Polly et al.
Yes, indeed.
and you can see the wounds closing up and the scratches. Dave, Nasander, and Sigmund, they are still quite unconscious. And I think at this point is when the hand kind of comes up, attempting to grasp at Apollyon as he moves out. And this creature that's coming out of the ground, anyone that kind of saw the Hezri before, which you did in your visions, like this is kind of a different... Not only is it split, there's this oozing kind of almost tentacular kind of black mass coming out of its wounds. So it's kind of got that going on as well.
I should draw that then.
And the as I said before offline, like the previous Hezo to it, when it was talking to you, was coming across as frighteningly intelligent, but if not lazy. But as this hand comes up and this horrific scarred creature just comes through, you gain another flash of this mental kind of communication. And kind of looking around at you, all of the people around you seem to be getting this as well, as this creature just comes out and just says, "Mine," and just gestures to kind of all of you, "They're mine." And the kind of mindscape you get, where before it was very focused, especially in fears. Now it's just this horrible jumble. It's like half of this creature's psyche, it seems like it's been taken over, flipped around, and then shoved back again. It's all fractured and just disjointed, and the voice, even itself, that is communicating with you is just seems off and like overlaid with this whole like buzz and just like sickening kind of like effect reverb as it kind of gargles these things out of you. And assume that just constantly it's kind of not in the kind of way that's was previously. Just like psychically, just like kill, die, all that kind of stuff, like constantly.
Picturing it kind of like the stuff that the splicers say for Bioshock.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Like this,
they do.
like it's give me a basic that kind of stuff. And this is very different to the kind of feeling you were getting from it before, where it was kind of like focused, and this is like a berserk creature. And if anyone wants to give me kind of like a knowledge planes or other kind of justification for what's kind of going on here,
With pleasure.
Mine was untrained anyway, so...
Knowledge planes! Oh, I didn't press the button. Yes, there it is.
You cannot untrain a knowledge check, unfortunately. But, 15, like... you were like, something's corrupt... When this got crushed through, and pushed through, something's corrupted this demon further. So, like, it's definitely in the shape of a Hezro demon, but you cannot say whether or not this thing is actually a Hezro demon at this point. It is corrupted in a strange manner.
Watch out, everyone! It's slightly more corrupted than a regular demon!
Wow. I must say, corrupting a demon is quite an accomplishment.
And with this kind of roar that it gives up, these kind of auras between the druid and the high priest start clashing, and you just hear this kind of like "Rah!" as these two armies also just start clashing with each other. You see some people get a bit close to this kind of maelstrom as well, and they're kind of just rebuffed off. So you kind of see some people kind of like kind of skipping around you, even Glenfarr, as they kind of like. Whoa. They kind of like, I think some of these ones as well, they're closer to the High Druid, like Eden is one of these, so they kind of half recognize you, so it's not quite so weird that they're kind of just ignoring you on the Druid side, but also definitely this kind of roar from the creature seems to have resonated with the Zev Gavazev side as well. They're kind of just like hyper focused almost on like taking out their troglodyte opposition, as it were, rather than necessarily dealing with you guys right now, especially since they've kind of just been yelled at by a horrifyingly large creature that it wants to take care of you itself. So, okay, that's all going on there, and then those fights and the clash of kind of ringing steel is heard as that goes on. As we come to Brother Glenfarr.
Right. Granville's going to launch a flurry straight at this thing then.
Okay.
You want me? You got me.
Just pointing out a little thing. I know that it's a little different than normal and all that, but good aligned arrows should still probably mess it up. So just, pointing out that we still have those.
I have how many?
I think you had 4, didn't you?
Yes.
I don't recall.
I've not shot any yet. I've not shot any, have I yet?
No, you haven't, so I do believe that you still have 4 left.
Alright, well I'm going to go for a flurry with all 4 then. Without all 3, not 4. I'm not going to use... Well, no, let's see how the first 3 go.
That's with a key point, isn't it, for your 3? Or that's
No, I get 3 as of... I got 3 as of last level, but I hadn't updated the macro for it.
Okay, great. Let those fly.
No mods, right?
Not yet, no.
Alright,
Ooh,
let's
dear.
see. That's good. That's very good.
Yeah, like all 3 of these hits.
And that last one was a crit, so it needs extra damage on it.
Nice.
Doubled. Was it just doubled or was it extra damage? I can never remember with crits.
It's
It
doubled.
doubles what the dice roll is, so
Yeah.
that would be a
the
14
base
instead of an 8.
Yes,
Well, it
correct.
triples, because it's...
Yes, the bow, of course.
Yeah, so that
Nice.
is...
That's a 20 damage.
20, yeah. So
20,
added up, that's
30,
38.
Oh, yeah, that's
With
that's
good
a
aligned
hit.
arrows.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to spend a key point as well.
Alright, for another one. The
Did
4th
it
one.
again! It would be great if Glanvar just finished the boss fight.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time. Remember that
True.
swapped us.
No.
this-
That wasn't as good.
This last one does kind of just go wide, but still 38 damage, and this kind of weird black viscous liquid that was kind of like going around and these little tentacles coming out of it is kind of almost burnt away by your arrows as they penetrate into it. And yeah, that's definitely done some damage there.
Glanvar just yells back, "Alright."
Alright, yeah.
And I think
As you say we're mine, alright.
I also like the idea as like almost wholly aligned good arrows. As you fire each one, in the back of everyone's head, you just hear, "Whoopum, boys, 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 boys," as I kind of let loose at it. Okay, yeah, good turn. Dave Barrow Hill. You climbed up into this tree, and it was as you've scrambled up into it, you've noticed this like this ash which is covering it is kind of wiped off, and it's kind of covering your clothes a little bit as you've scrambled up into it. And yeah, you're kind of covered in this soot. You do notice as you've kind of scrubbed it off from the tree beneath it, you're starting to see the natural coloration of the tree beneath you, and it has a metallic sheen to it.
Oh.
Brienne is my next language, not goblin.
Man, today would have been a great day to pick up plant voice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Would Dave know if tree ants speak Sylvan?
I think they do, actually.
That's a good question. I'll look that up.
Wait. No, that'd be a waste of a spell. Never mind, carry on.
You can make me a knowledge.
Knowledge, what?
I believe that would probably be nature.
Yeah, knowledge nature is a good one.
To take a 10 and then add my bonus. 'cause
Although-
I can take a 10 on a knowledge check whenever I want to.
Well, technically, you could roll linguistics, because that would be...
Yeah, I'd allow either of those two.
Yeah,
So can I take my 10?
Yeah, that costs you an action to do it now, doesn't it?
Because then I'll add my bonus, which will still be a 20. So.
Okay, so but does it cost you an action?
So, like, as much as a regular, let's see, Lawmaster...
I'm pretty sure a knowledge check is an action.
20. Take a 20 is a standard action, but it doesn't look like the take a 10 is.
Okay, that's cool. I was just checking it because I knew the 20. And yes, it does appear that Trians can speak Sylvan. And there is indeed a small glow as your hand goes from your sap necklace, as your hand goes onto it. It's glowing slightly.
Over the noise of all of this chaos, I'm like in Sylvan, I'm like, hi? A tree ant? That's you, right?
You can kind of see a as you look up at it now, that there are definitely make out a kind of face almost. This is obviously a very old tree that's kind of just up against the kind of the side here. Do you want to roll me a diplomacy check, Dave?
I'm insisting in you. I didn't see you there.
Okay, a 10 is okay, and you can maybe in Sylvan. I don't think it's moving yet with a 10, but you kind of just hear like a very low croaking rumble.
That means
It's been a while since I heard this tongue. And he's just, I think for a 10, it's not necessarily. It is a Treebeard and Merryman. Yeah, I think. Yes, so you certainly got his attention with an 11, but yeah, we'll see how that pans out. He's certainly not. He's certainly chilling at the moment. Okay.
Because that was, and can I also, I guess. So sorry. I hope you don't mind the noise, and then body performance.
Yeah, sure.
Not too aggressive, but still, inspiring.
Indeed.
+2, so I'll make a little thing for it.
Okay. Is that now Apollion's turn?
I believe so.
Okay.
Okay. Then, in that case, as I notice this Hezra demon coming up, I'm going to send the hand to it.
Deploys the hand.
And,
Okay.
that thing gets a +2 to attacking damage and a +2 to touch attacks, I believe. And I am going to attempt to cast Vampiric Touch.
Very good. You want to make me a spell resistance?
I'm sorry?
Do you want to make me a spell resistance? Or well, you can make me a rate and a spell.
Yes, just a moment. Where spell resistance is with concentration, right?
No, it is caster level, so it will be 1d20 plus 8 for you. Because
Alright.
levels will stack.
Okay, that's good.
Well, if he's a level 7 sorcerer, then wouldn't it be +7?
I'm allowing the oracle ones to stack in.
I am also going to add my golden dice to that.
Okay. Yeah, we did say we could allow
So
that to happen.
instead
Yeah,
a +8, that's going to be a +13.
Okay, very good.
29.
Yep, you've certainly. It's almost like there's a kind of a reaction as you're getting close to this creature, as the black goo around it tries to shrug off whatever spell that you're doing. But yeah, you're able to. You're
Okay, then I am now going to roll the touch attack, which gets a +2/+2. So that's a +4 to what comes out of this.
Why is it a +2 and a +2?
Because Bardic Performance, and a +2 because the hand in
The hand is a
itself
+2
gets a
itself. Yeah,
+2
okay.
to touch attacks. Actually,
Cool.
let me quickly check whether it's a +2 or something else. Spectral Hand search. Spectral Hand. Yes, +2. All right.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay, so
go for it.
that's whatever comes out of
This
this
is a big
plus.
this is a big old creature.
Yes, indeed. That's a 12, but that should do it, I think.
Just, but yes,
Just about.
for touch. Yeah.
Okay, good. In that case, here comes 3d6. That's a 9.
And this is vampiric touch as well. So
This is
what does look
vampiric
like?
touch. So basically, what happens here is, as the hand, instead of making a fist, it sort of jabs its fingers into this creature. And as this happens, between the hand and Apollyon, sort of almost like an ethereal vein appears, and you see energy, sort of red, almost pulsing, almost blood-like energy flow from this creature through this ethereal vein from the hand to Apollyon, as I gain 9 temporary hit points.
Okay, very
And
good.
this
I'm sure
creature
that's-
takes 9 points of damage.
Indeed, it does. Okay, cool. Anything else on your turn, Napoleon?
Yes, just a moment. +9. Okay. Then, okay, so the hand returns to me, because that isn't actually a moving thing, it's just something that acts from my position. Then, Gilhelm, am I going to send you close to that thing? No. I am, however, going to take out, as a move action, a bottle of Quick Freeze oil, considering that
Okay.
this thing is in the water, hand it to Ryan, and have Ryan move and toss it at this thing.
Okay, go for it.
So that
I
should
know-
normally
I
all
know
be
that-
accomplishable in my normal actions, as this is Ryan's move action to sort of get close and then toss it.
Yep, he can get to there. He is within range because it's a large creature at that point. But it's not enough to trigger attack of opportunity at this point. But he could get slammed.
Is it a large creature, did you say?
It's a large creature. Yes.
Shouldn't then normally its range be this, and not that?
The what? Sorry.
If you look at the map for a moment, the arrow that I'm using right now, isn't that its normal reach, or does it have more than 5 foot reach?
It has
It gets 10 foot,
10
it's
foot
large.
reach.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Alright, never mind then. I am going to have Ryan toss that.
Okay.
That said, I don't think he gets the corners according to the rules.
Oh, that's good.
I'm
Okay,
dumping
that's-
it in the PATHCO chat
Okay,
now.
in that case,
Okay, well, there's
I'm
no-
going to
there's no
toss
text
it. Toss it onto this creature.
Tossing.
Okay.
Meanwhile, on
Or more
PATHCO,
specifically,
tossing.
actually, I'm going to toss it like at the water around this creature, so that it's going to freeze up and immobilize this thing, hopefully.
Okay, great.
So yeah, I'm going to do just that. Do I need
Okay,
to roll something
do
for
you
that?
wanna roll me a strength-based attack for Ryan. So BAB plus.
Yes, just a moment. Strength-based, you say?
Yes.
Alright.
Throwing is strength-based.
Okay, so slash roll 1d3. Do remind, I'm not throwing this at the creature, I'm throwing it at the water that's around it, so...
Yeah, it's just in case he like fumbles it.
Yeah. Here we go, 17.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This does
Okay,
come
Okay,
down and like.
then that is my turn, and I'm also going to be away for a little moment because I need to make sure I've closed the windows because it's raining here.
Okay, sure. And I believe the quick freeze is a 10 feet. Yes. I'll just kind of put that there for the time being. Okay, cool. Next up is Thyra Bergfalk.
Cool. How do I roll a ranged touch attack?
Usually we just can't, there might be your sheet, or we might just usually do it.
Is it ranged roll or melee generic attack roll?
It would be ranged generic attack roll.
Oh, that's 12. Oh, that hits. Great.
Is that a touch attack?
Yes.
Then yes, that hits. What are you doing here? What's this?
Thyra reaches into one of her belt pouches and she actually draws out a iron stake.
Okay.
And she holds it out and then crushes it between her gauntlet.
Okay.
And her eyes are sort of glowing and crackling, and there's divine magic occurring.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically you just hear a rumble of thunder, and there's a hole torn in a cloud, and basically an iron stake, probably like 5 times the size of it. It's big, just down straight into the Hezro demon.
Oh wow. Okay. Roll me. What do you have to make an attack roll?
Yeah, it's it's a ranged touch attack, so
Oh
that
no, you
hits.
just yeah, you did. Sorry, that's good. Roll the
It
damage
is
then.
treated as magic and cold iron for the purpose of overcoming damage reduction.
Okay, good.
It deals 1d6 points of damage, of piercing damage for every 2 caster levels I have, so that's 4d6 damage.
Okay.
If he does have DR cold iron, he must attempt a fortitude save.
He does, in fact, have DR cold iron in this game. Something when
Then
he was
one would
passing.
suggest that he should probably do a
A
fortitude save.
Okay, that's actually a natural 1 again. Shockingly.
Great.
What does that mean?
It means for the next 8 rounds, he must succeed a concentration check to use any spells or spell-like abilities.
Okay,
The
great.
DC is 21.
Okay. Sure.
So yeah.
As he's kind of just pierced by this large.
I'm back.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Basically, this massive cold iron spike just dropped from the heavens and impaled this Hezro demon. through
Nice.
his head. And in fact, it does seem that going shifting gateway has affected it to a certain degree. That this has indeed, it does appear to have a cold iron. What's the word? DR, as well as a good DR.
Ah, good.
So how much damage? That was 19 damage total.
16 damage.
Sorry, I'm way above in the chat. Yes. Very good. As this kind of... let me just click on that to make a note of that. Very good.
Nice, 16
Very
damage.
good.
We're laying
It's
it down
actually
on
a
this
foot long,
thing.
so it's not ridiculously long, but it's like jabbed into its hide right now.
Yeah.
And it's probably like lightning's crackling off it.
What do
there's
we
still,
what
like,
do we
a hole in the
imagine?
clouds
Does
above.
cold iron look much different than normal iron?
This one's covered in dwarven runes and stuff, and
Right.
if anyone can read dwarven, they actually just say Thor says fuck you in
Nice.
capital letters.
I do like
Okay.
that. Very good point.
Okay, so that was Thyra. Next up is the... Oh, shit, I got that the wrong way around. The Hezro have been above
Oh, that's
Thyra.
true.
But yeah, that will happen afterward. So it will definitely get its turn without having to make a concentration check, but it will do that move. Basically, as this quick freeze oil is just around it, it's just like as this kind of coldness, freezing, just goes up around its body and just kind of creeps up, and it's kind of like almost trying to reach out for you, Thyra and Ryan, but it doesn't freeze its entire arms, but the ice around it is such that it's difficult for it to move. And I think it's going to use its move action to kind of make a strength check to kind of break out of this if it can. Yep, so next turn it will be able to move freely, but certainly that's handled fine for now. But it can't really move in terms of doing any of the attacks that it'd want to, but as this horrible cloying kind of darkness just kind of is seeping around and almost starting to a bit more as it just starts hawk, and this like as it's inside before it's broken free, this kind of frozen thing in place. All that's kind of moving is its eyes and its throat as this large kind of this black slimy tentacle just kind of crawls out of its throat and kind of just plonks down here.
Juicy.
Yes, it's kind of got like it's not even, it's like a tentacle. So got this black gooey residue to it. It's got like almost reptilian and bat-like features to it along its body. It's kind of writhing, shifting.
Can I roll a knowledge, planes, and/or nature to identify this thing?
You can do me a planes and religion.
Planes and religion, very well.
And or religion.
Well, that's an.
I'll give you that.
Right.
Yeah, basically, this looks something Zev related.
Right.
Like a Zev spawn type thing.
Right.
Nothing that's necessarily like allowing Zev to come through, but you can kind of get through the Zev. This is down on my sheet as a Zev corrupted Hezro demon. As it was being forced through the planes, the other thing that had its kind of eye on this has given it a little push to get it through, and this has left its mark. The Hezro demon that was so proud in and of itself, it has been kind of like taken over by Zev just wanting to get through.
All right.
As this, yes. And I believe summoned creatures for Witnessers do get a turn when they come through.
Yeah, they do.
So I'm not going to give this a full attack. I'm just attack movement. Is it coming out of the Ezra demon? But it is going to take a shot at you, Thyra, as it comes out. As it's kind of snapping jaws, try and bite onto you. Oh dear, a natural 20 will hit you. Okay.
Fantastic.
I only have 24 hit points. This could be bad.
That's 70. That's 7, 14 plus 9. What's 14 plus 9? 23.
23.
23 damage. And it also gets it also gets a grab attempt as part of its melee. So we're going to make a contested grapple check.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, so
It's strength.
My CMD is 17.
I should have looked.
Does
at
it
grapple.
have improved grapple?
Oh my god, what the hell is grappling? Why did you do this again?
Does it have improved grapple? Because if not, that would provoke.
It's got on a melee attack.
Right.
That
Okay.
counts. That it does get a free.
Okay. Very well.
So
Yes, there are some monster abilities that do that. That's true.
yeah. So you, I believe that grapple is. I really should have checked this before. I didn't think it actually hit.
Hello, Acthea?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Oh yes. Sorry.
You're cutting out quite badly.
Yeah.
might want to repeat that.
Okay, so you remember this one doing B team, do you, Mon? It's not actually a test of effect for grapple. You've just got to hit CMD.
Correct.
Is that
Yeah,
right?
17.
Yes,
That's why I said
that is
my
true.
CMD is 17.
Okay, yeah, sorry, that was me getting confused.
The
between this and
contestant
a-
strength check is made to maintain the grapple in the future.
Okay, cool.
When I'm inevitably grappled.
Yes, so, yes, you are indeed grappled at the moment, and this thing is just hissing at you, and this kind of cloying black viscous fluid is kind of getting all up in your business, and this is very unpleasant indeed. And then,
It's even more unpleasant as I'm dying.
yes,
Oh,
and
yes.
no, he has one hit point left.
Jeez.
Okay, and that's the point when you then bring down the iron spike on the Hezrodine. Is that something you'd still like to do, or would you do something?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, so that comes through, and yeah, this grapple is like definitely happening, and you can tell that if this grapple maintains, this is not a good. This looks like a grapple intrinsic creature. As we then.
Can I do anything with my move action to try and free myself, or is it a standard action to wriggle?
I'll give you a move action. I'll allow you a contested.
Roll the wriggle. How do I do this?
I believe, yes, that you can indeed roll a contestant strength to either remove yourself from the grapple, become the grappler instead of the grappled, or yes, well, that's what you can do, I believe.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. Yeah, that able to just shove it off.
Good. Nice.
You are no longer grappled by this
Nice.
creature.
Good.
Good. Next up is the tunnel as the clash. Especially Dave, you can see like some of these troglodytes start trying to swing up into the trees to do this, but the kind of like you kind of hear a very strange grunts from the treants at this point. There is over on the clash of cleric and druid. There is also a big like as the auras kind of clash against each other. It looks like the Gavazev priest is about to start pummeling down like a very kind of stream of energy with like Gavazev-esque branding upon it, and it looks like he's about to force his through a gap in the druid, but he's distracted by some barking that just occurs over here as a. Did that come through? No, it didn't. Right.
It's Chekhov's Basset
What's
Hound.
up, Bloodhound, buddy?
And he's kind of just barking around, and this enables the the Basset Hound to just distract and get a little bit of an edge on, or at least even out that particular kind of contest, going backwards as the High Priest Skona goes, you see the power of what Gavazev gives us. This is what will happen to all those who oppose us. All of
Fuck
them.
you! Fuck you specifically.
Okay, and then we're back up to Brother Glenville.
Awesome. I'm going to launch another flurry.
Okay, go for it.
Not a good line, but you do get your +2s.
Are those with the +2s?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, cool. These ones do indeed sink in, although
Even the 16?
the 16 doesn't. But the
Are you
arrows kind of
shooting at the Wiggly or the big guy?
The big guy. The
Yeah,
one who says that we're his, so I'm going to say, all right, fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that first shot does some. Basically, most of that kind of closes after it. The one does 6 damage. It sinks in, but like the skin kind of regenerates behind it and kind of just pushes the arrow back out. You don't think that one did actually any damage.
Pardon, sorry?
There was some damage. Basically, that arrow seemed to sink in and do a little bit of damage, or most end up after it. But that second one, the attack 32 that hit, it appears the damage kind of just negated as the skin regenerated back beneath it. It did some damage. Okay, next up is Dave Barrowhead.
Hey, okay, so Thyra is like slightly dying. My tree ant, but we're going to be.
Well, do you want to make another deployment check to him?
However, use my perform skill in place of it because I am already playing my song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fucking.
What are you going to sing to him about? Are you going to bring kind of thing?
Like, because it's also inspire courage, so like I would probably sing about to my friends. Oh, remember that time we saved that living metal tree ant child? Also, hey, tree ant, how are you?
Okay, roll me a diplomacy.
But I want to do it musically, so I'll be doing my perform instead.
Okay, very good.
If this works.
Oh, a 19. A 19 is a good roll.
Still pretty shitty. That's a 5 that I rolled.
Jeez.
Yeah, plus 14 I perform.
Yeah. I think that's what Glanfar has to perception too, isn't it?
What's that?
Your bonus to perception, I do believe that's a 14, is it not?
I can't find my character sheet. Where the hell I put it?
Okay, as this kind of large tree figure just pushes itself away from the side of
But yeah,
cliffside, and Dave, you're kind of shifted up to kind of.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, and what else? Anything else you do?
I've somehow accidentally activated person mode on this tree.
Yes, you have. Well, it's you helped one of my children.
I like if I can see his face now. I will like hold up the little pendant, like fish it out from under my scarf. Hope that'll be evidence enough.
You are a good halfling. Kind of looks over to where the Zev corrupted Ezra-Din, like looks around very slowly. This land is in turmoil, and like this certainly also has a reaction. From the Zev Gavazov, because as you can imagine, having it being kind of like a representative of the Zev Gavazov cult, having this big treant suddenly appear is kind of almost like a representative of the druid side of things. So they start kind of searching forward, you're going, yeah. And on your go, I'll let you do treant things, but I think he's still just very slowly getting out. So next turn you'll have some treant things that you can do. Okay.
Rapidly thinking, what can I do? Seeing this.
Do you have any heals, maybe?
Not that on. Like I've only got touch attack heals. But I can with my level 3 that replenish. Or rather, I got another level 3. I'd like to summon 1d3 celestial frogs.
Okay.
Nice. Good. Very good.
That.
Okay. Roll me a team.
On boy, yes.
Is that 3? I take it.
Yes.
Giant celestial, good aligned frogs.
Are they giant? Like, what size are they? Are they medium?
They're medium. They're the giant frogs, like the same ones that the boggards were summoning.
Good, 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 good.
At any rate, they're pretty big for frogs, and they're not
Three
very...
celestial frogs.
Where are you summoning them?
The one, like, here. You can see my little arrow.
Yep.
And one somewhere, probably one there, so it can try and help out Thyra. And possibly...
You wanted one there, and then another one here?
Not quite. Can I control them? Is that allowed?
Yeah, you certainly can. Let me just do that now. Okay.
My frog boys.
Yeah, you can place them wherever you need to place them. There you go. And you get attacks with the one based on. Or if you want to
This looks ridiculous.
It is very ridiculous.
Yes.
I don't suppose you can place one behind this froggy guy so I can get flanking, do you?
Oh, that's a fair point, actually.
Would Dave think of that?
That's
Should I roll a
fair-
whiz to see if Dave thinks of that?
Yeah, sure.
Roll to think.
I think you could. Dave's tactical. Yeah, 14's enough. I would have thought.
Okay. That one's over better then.
Okay. And do you want this other one in base-to-base contact with the Hezro? You can attack it, or
Do they have reach? Because they're frogs. I don't know. Hold on, let me have a look. I was open right now.
Frogs do have reach. That's actually true in real life as well. They can attack you from very far away.
15
The
foot
more
with
you
a
know.
tongue.
okay.
Tongue
So,
doesn't do any damage.
well,
Could be there for the time being.
okay. Well, roll me any attacks that you want to do with the ones.
Like, do something with these frogs that would help with, get Thyra out of the grapple of this horrible thing.
I am ungrappled. I
you're
forced
ungrappled.
myself free.
Nasty. So these two frogs that are next to Thyra and the worm thing.
Okay. Roll to hit your attacks on.
So that's 2 bites plus grab.
Very
Yeah.
good.
That's 2D. No, that wouldn't work. I'll just do two of them. There we go.
You can only grab a thing that's the same size or small into it.
Oh, is it bigger than medium?
Yes, it's large.
2 of them doing it. That's a good one.
23 hits though.
Nice, and it's good aligned as well. Yes.
It is good aligned. So hopefully, I'm pretty sure. I think that like spy aligned celestial summoned creatures blind attacks. That would make sense to me anyway.
Sure. Well, roll damage for.
Can't they smite evil as well?
Yeah, they can, but
Well. No.
this frog that hits smite evil.
Sorry, you're asking me a question there, or?
Can the frog can smite evil?
Oh,
It's not-
are you telling me that it can? Because if it can, then it can.
Like I don't know if it like takes an action or anything, but I think it's.
Oh no, yeah. In which case, you can just do it along. Declare it, and it's so yeah.
2 damage. That would be damage plus 3, which is. Oh god, where's it gone? Here it is in his tabs. Okay, there we go. It's. This is 1d6 plus 2 plus 3, so that's 1d6 plus 5 again. Hey, that's good.
Yeah, as this frog just kind of chomps. Thyra is, I'm sure, extremely surprised by this event as some celestial frogs appear around you and just start chomping on this kind of tentacular creature.
Is it bad that I'm kind of not? Because Dave kind of does this shenanigan all the time.
Okay, that's cool. It's like just another day.
Especially since
another
inevitably they're like purple or something.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Dave, that's you. And I think it's then Napoleon Buckhart.
Yes, this is
Attack.
correct.
There was missing a frog.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. What's that frog doing then?
That's probably against its better judgment. It's gonna like hop over here and then attack the Ezra demon.
All right, go for it.
It's a summoned creature. If it dies, it just goes back to where it came from. It's fine.
Alright.
Plus 5, that's max. Oh boy! Mm.
I'm afraid not, as just this kind of... Oh, it tries to chomp into it, but the Hezro demon just kind of... It baps out of the air.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, Apollyon.
My best.
Yes, just a second. Okay. What am I going to do here? I am going to... First of all, have Ryan come back to me.
Okay.
And take out of my handy haversack my second bottle of quick freeze oil. Actually,
Okay, very good.
Do I have...
Frogs, though.
I'm sorry?
Frogs! Be careful of my frogs!
Yes, I know, but normally it doesn't have that big of a range, and I can always throw it here, so that it only gets the Hezro demon.
Okay.
Okay. Then, so that's Ryan's actions. For my own, then, I am going to... Can I roll anything to see if this creature looks resistant to fire and acid?
I think planes. I'll give you a
Here
nod.
goes a planes. That's a 19.
Yeah. It looks. You kind of actually know that this kind of creature looks, or it's not even a creature, like this kind of viscous, weird, planar, like void goo that's kind of coming out of it. It's probably immune to acid, but not fire. It's probably resistant to fire.
Right,
immune to acid.
okay. Good to know. In that case, I don't need to waste any actions or spells on that. In that case, I'm going to do the same as I did last time and move out for a vampiric touch.
Strong choice.
Yes. So here comes the roll for that.
Is this the ranged touch attack?
Yes. Do I need to roll another
Yes, you do.
spell resistance? Okay. So that's plus 8, right? 1d20 plus 8. Come on. 25.
Yep. You still gotta hit it, but yep.
Yep. Okay, and then temp mod plus 4. 17 touch.
Hits. Yep.
Here comes 3d6.
I realise I probably should have got a spell resistant.
Oh, come on!
Yeah. Okay. 4 damage. It's wrapping up. You
Yeah, I
get some
guess.
hit points back from that.
Yes, I do. I am like stacking up almost as many temporary hit points as I have normal ones.
So that's good. Anything else?
Let's see what I have in store as a move action. Let's see. No, I'm afraid I don't have shit.
Okay. Fair. Well, the damage is going to... the Hezro's going to attempt to make a concentration check at will ability.
Okay.
Fails that because
Nice.
massive. You can see it starting to have around its hand the same kind of aura you saw the Undead Blight from before, but kind of more focused. But that kind of just he can't hold that in place because of this like cold iron spike that's protruding out of his.
Yeah, right. Does
Yes.
does the energy sort of like get tethered to the coal iron spike? It sort of just grounds that away.
Yes, absolutely. So instead, he's just going to make some attacks on these. Certainly, this that's directly to the not directly to the north of him, but to the north of him. Okay, do you have the AC? Egg. Does a 19 hit a celestial frog?
I'm pretty sure it does.
AC is 12.
Okay. Okay.
One thing about celestial summons, but we'll see how this goes.
Okay. Can it?
Does the Celestial Frog still have Smite Evil active? Because doesn't that give you an extra AC bonus against evil?
Maybe the charisma bonus, but
That was also a different frog.
Oh, right. Okay, never mind. Continue
it only
on.
adds to attack and damage anyway.
Okay. So.
actually against the target, but I think it might be a charisma bonus and they don't have one.
Oh, right.
So 11 damage for as the bite comes into it. Then a claw. A claw comes in for another 6 damage, so that's 17 total. And then another claw for 9, so that is 26 damage on this celestial frog, this one here.
But I've discovered something about celestial summon good monsters, that they've got the Die Hard feat.
Okay.
If they get knocked down to 0, they don't die. They get knocked. They get automatically stabilized. Oh no, wait.
I've been looking into the Die Hard feat myself, so I think what we agreed that this does is that instead of dying outright, you can still take actions, although you are staggered, while you are saving against death.
I'm not sure I can be bothered with that for a frog, so I guess it goes.
Okay. And then this worm, I think, is going to attack the frog that just kind of bit it. So that hits that one there for a total of 4 plus 9, 13 points of damage. And it's once again grappled, natural. So yeah, that this celestial frog is kind of grappled and by this creature. Well, that'll happen when it comes around. Assuming it's still up.
Took damage on the first one, but not on the second one. It was just grappled.
Yes. Well, no. This. But if the bite hits, then it gets to make 3 gap. Attack of opportunity.
In total, it took just 13.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Cool. So yeah, as next to you, kind of comes around. Next up, it is indeed.
Great. Here we go. How do I avoid dying? If I try and take a leap to the northwest, will that provoke an attack of opportunity from both baddies?
Let me just look at that thing that you just put into the chat about attack of opportunity.
It would probably from the worm, but I'm not sure about the Hezru demon.
The big boy.
From that thing that you showed me, it's actually different. I understand how it works. And you're kind of.
Do you still have the boots of swamp on? You don't, do you?
I think I'll just give you one from the worm at this point.
Okay, well, go for it.
Are you tumbling?
Can I try and tumble?
Yes, you can.
It's quite.
Thyra is appalling at tumbling.
Not well. That's not bad.
That's good enough. Yeah, you can kind of just bow the way.
Thyra does a backflip.
Yeah. This reminds me a lot of. I was playing Dark Souls the other day, and I was like, Aggie, you probably know what this. I was in the Amana Shrine, and yeah, it's like the water level that you have there. It's sort of the same thing, just rolling through the water.
Yeah, very much so. And yeah, Thyra, that's your move about your attack.
Right, okay. So then I was going to heal myself, but what I am actually going to do is summon a big boss lady. So I'm going to cast Spiritual Ally.
Okay. Is this a new spell that you got, or?
I've actually used it once before, I think, but like
Okay.
earlier in
Really?
I'm not sure.
I
'cause,
don't remember that. I think I would have remembered that.
I think I've used something similar, but not this exact one.
You've used like Valkyrie form, like
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's because that's really fun.
yeah, you've used that, but I don't think you've actually summoned anything before.
No. You might be getting yourself confused with Merle from.
Maybe. Whatever, it's that spell.
So you
Basically,
get-
what happens is like a big old, I think she's like a brass statue of a Valkyrie, and she's just summoned. She's a being of force, and she's summoned directly where I was standing.
Okay. What size is she?
I believe she's medium.
All right. There you go.
She's carrying a warhammer, unsurprisingly. No, the one to the left of that. Do you mind if I just get movement on her? as well?
Yeah, you've got movement.
Oh, nice. So then she's summoned. You guys can move through her, but the bad guys can't, I assume.
And you get an attack with her as well.
Yep. Each turn, I was just checking if she had summoning sickness or anything, but she doesn't. So, yep, she can hit folks. And she uses my Bab for that, plus Wisdom, so she does the same. So she attacks like I do. So I'm just going to do a standard melee attack.
14 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Plus 2.
16 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Sure.
Oh, that's
So then she
that's a
attacks
tough
again.
worm.
Oh, does she have an additional attack?
I have 2 attacks, so now she has 2 attacks.
Okay, well, this is also at -5 compared to you. That does.
I already minus the 5.
Okay, yeah, that definitely hits.
So yeah,
Damage.
Jesus Christ, she did a lot of attack. That was good. That's actually a 27, because I didn't put on the plus 2.
Okay.
Frankly, that's just
Good.
insane.
Good.
Okay, so good work for her. So then 1d10 points of force damage plus 1 point per 3 caster levels. So that's plus 2. So yeah, 1d10 plus 2 attack.
Okay.
Does it have spell resistance, the Wiggler?
It does not.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Wait,
6
what?
damage.
6 damage. Okay. Cool. That just slams into the side of it. Yeah, good. That's Thyra. The battle kind of clashes around, kind of even. It looked like the Zeb-Gavazeb cultists were getting a push from the from basically seeing this demon there, urging them onwards in their minds. But the presence of a large Trian is kind of causing the druids to go, the land is on our side! We do not need to give in to these poisonous ways! Hold and take them! And fighting's going on, and Dragon Ball Z shit's going on. Okay, background to the top, and it's brother. There is a dog woofing about you. It's got kind of like a... like, you know, those mountain rescue dogs have those little barrels around their necks. It's this as well, and it's just kind of it's kind of sniffing around, but doesn't appear to be doing much else. You're up.
Just annoying.
In fact, I think the dog's going to kind of come around more this way. I think over there.
Going to do another flurry.
Okay, go for it. Who are you targeting?
Same thing as before.
Same thing as before. Excellent. Okay.
Plus twos.
Ah, I wasn't so
2
good.
natural ones in that. That wasn't great at all.
Well, I got
Two.
one natural one.
Oh, good lord. Oh well, not attacks, but
Is that including the +2 or?
The plus 2s are already included.
In which case, none of those hit, I'm afraid.
Oh man.
Not even the 19? Jesus.
Nope, that's one shy. I'll give you that much.
okay. So we're looking for 20. Luckily, I've got plenty of touch spells.
Okay. Next is Dave.
Is Triant doing anything in particular?
Yeah, he's kind of looking for guidance from you, actually. Shoot you over. Let me just shoot you over a thing. There you go.
Wants to get the treant involved because he wasn't sure if it was like any of his business, but
The treant looks like
help.
the treant does look like it's one to help. But...
Apparently they can speak common. Oh well.
This one can't. This is too old to speak common. But yeah, he can speak.
No, the one that I meant for was too young to speak common.
Yes, it's a very specific. These are not standard. I'm giving you for a standard treant for the living metal treants, but yeah, living metal treants don't get common. They're kind of a subgroup that's away from that linguistically. But Sylvan and treant are definitely on that list of things that can speak. Okay. Yeah, I've sent you that thing. So yeah.
Oh, it's got so many feet, so I don't know what any of them mean.
That's okay. Just do the standard attacks for the time being.
Just trying to acquaint myself with what that actually means.
He has got power.
Huh?
He has got power attack, so you can take penalty.
Can it if it? Well, it's got the rock throwing special attack. It's like a bunch of just metal detritus at the bottom of this thing, right?
Yes,
Can he hurl that?
he absolutely can.
So, well, that demon's bad news. You'd like throw some stuff at him, and I guess I'll do that. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Whatever's
So
on me, I don't know what any of this means.
sorry. Do you want me to make the roll for you? Who
Yeah, that'll probably be best.
who are you attacking? Demon.
Dude.
Okay. The Hezro demon, right? Okay. So that's a 16, which hits.
Plus
That
twos.
does.
I assume the treant gets plus 2s as well.
Yes, he does. Now, if you can roll me 2d6 plus 13 plus 2, so 2d6 plus 15 for the amount of damage that it does.
Good lord, that's a lot. Nice.
Yep, and there's obviously some damage reduction included in that as well.
Well, yeah, but
What is this?
plenty of damage.
What does this look like, Egg, as it does this?
So it like sort of starts leaning down to the water, and David goes like, "Whoa!" Grabs onto a branch. He doesn't fall off. It like picks up some like this rusty swords. Chucks them like, not like throwing like spears, just like a bundle of sticks. But it's not sticks; it's a bunch of sharp, rusty swords.
And it just roars out in pain, like it was not expected. It was the biggest, meanest thing that's here, and now it's got a face full of like weird metal gunk. But even though its skin is just trying to like repair it underneath it, and it does to some extent, there's just a whole lot of damage from that blow. So yeah,
Can we give it tetanus?
it doesn't immune to defeat, I'm afraid. So Dave, yeah, that's with the treant, but you also get your own stuff.
Yes, I do, and I've still got Langer Performance, so I don't need to bother with that. So about two of my frogs. I guess I'll see what happens with them first. They both activate Smite Evil.
Ah, fantastic. Tetanus is an actual disease.
Yeah, it is.
I have found the wiki page for tetanus.
So yeah, those both hit, so deal your damage.
With Smite Evil activated, which they've both just disarmed.
Okay.
That's not half bad for a little frog. It was plus 7 then in that case. Nice.
Okay, good.
Good. Not bad
And
at all.
The other one?
Running it out.
What do we do if the frogs are getting the last hit in here?
I'm pretty sure when we were fighting, like I think it was the Bogard cleric dude, Precious got the last hit.
Yeah, so that worm is kind of thrashing around, and bits of its kind of gloopy body glooping off into the water as it looks to be structurally damaged. But likewise, the heads are actually bits of it just started sloughing off, and it looks like it's in a pretty bad way.
Nice,
Okay,
good.
Next up.
I've still got my turn. I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
Okay.
So, let me check.
I will try Scream on the Hezro Demon.
Okay.
It needs to make a Fortitude save.
Well, first off, you need to make a caster check because it has spell resistance.
Let's make a what check?
Basically,
Concentration check.
it's not a concentration check. It's basically 1d20 plus your caster level.
Yes,
So-
1d20 plus 8.
Yeah.
We'll do so.
Spell resistance.
If it's any creature.
Oh.
Oh, I'm afraid that basically a scream starts coming.
Oh, there goes my last level 1 spell.
Yeah, well, at least it was just a level 1 spell.
Okay, Apollyon, you are now.
Yes, it's me, Apollyon Buckhart. Ryan is going to move out to here again and toss the Quick Freeze oil onto the Hezro Demon.
Okay, make me that roll again. If you think so.
Will do. Slash roll 1d20 plus 1. 19.
Yep. So let me just grab that spell effects template. I did the previous one slightly, but that's fine because he kind of broke out of it anyway. It's a 20-foot radius, I believe.
Is it? Oh yes, it is actually. It's quite big. Let me.
Try and get both of them.
Yeah, I will try to get both of them.
And 19 is enough for you to be able to place that relatively.
How about this? Does that get the worm?
Yeah, that gets the worm. I'm just gonna
Okay,
drop
good.
that
Yeah,
to
that's
the
good.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. Cool.
Early spell gets the worm.
Yeah. As basically once again this kind of the surface of the water just goes crackling around and just kind of, especially on the tentacle creature, it just kind of just like squeezes around it. As it's like jaws, and then these inner jaws just kind of pop out as it's hurting from this thing being around it.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. Then it is my turn, Apollyon Buckhart.
Like Gilhelm can like punch things.
Well, yes, he actually. I'm gonna have Gilhelm double move.
Sure.
I'm gonna have him move 30 feet like this, right, and then he's gonna move his other 30 feet like this to end up here.
Sure, go for it.
Okay, there we go. So he's there, so he can go and help out with the worm. And then I would like to... okay, can I juggle for a little bit here? Can I say...
You can take out very soon, so your bag and just...
No. What I meant is, can I say that I do Ryan's action, so tossing the frost, that I do that last? Because I want to do a spell that involves fire, and I don't want to be melting my own ice.
Yeah, sure, I'll allow that. It's fine. It's a complex turn.
Alright.
Yep.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to make a bit of movement. Wait, actually... No, I can get that thing as well. I'm going to use a second level spell, namely Scorching Ray.
Okay.
And that allows me to fire, in my case, so 2 rays, which each deal 4d6 fire damage.
Okay.
I'm going to fire 1 at the worm, and 1 at the Hezro Demon.
Okay, first off, can you give me a spell?
Yes.
Only the one on the Hezro Demon.
Yes, indeed. Slash roll.
Or the self-corrupted Hezro. Sorry.
Yes. Well, we know what it is, so.
Yeah.
1d20 plus 8. Right? Not that good.
Let
Okay.
me just roll down. What are you looking at? 11. I'm afraid it doesn't.
No,
Once again, it's
I figured that.
shot up as well. But you can definitely do it for
Yes,
the.
so that's a ranged touch. So slash roll 1d20, so the plus 2s. I suppose I do not get the hand bonus from that. Let me actually quickly look up the spectral hand. Let's see if I can. No. Yeah, no, melee touch attack rolls. So,
Sure.
so that's going to be plus 5. Let's go 15.
Hits touch.
Nice, good. Slash roll 46. Let's quickly see if there's a save for that. Scorching.
If there's a ranged touch.
Well, sometimes there's a touch. No, there's not in this case. Slash roll 46, 11 fire damage.
11 fire damage.
Yes.
Okay. It's not looking good, but it's.
So this one ray sort of streams onto the Hezro demon, but I assume that as this fire blazes onto it, it's still sort of surrounded in this chaotic sort of reality warping coating, if you will, and the fire just sort of flies into that and becomes sort of twists into light, into gas, into whatever, and just dissipates. And the other one does strike the worm and sends it hissing and sort of burning as this mucus covered flesh sort of boils from the scorching ray.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, very good. Anything else?
Let's quickly see. No, who am I kidding? I don't have any fucking shit to do here. I don't have items anymore, which is a first, really. It's really a first that I, Apollyon Buckhart, have exhausted my list of random items that I can employ in battle.
You've got to spend a hell of a week, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can still toss lamp oil around like the good old days, but that won't do much, I believe.
We are back onto the Hezro who's going to attempt to and fail. He's attempting to use a spell-like ability. Again, this energy kind of tries to build around its hand, but is dissipated through the cold iron spike on its back.
I am very happy that this thing keeps failing.
Me too.
Oh, actually, I do want to do something on my turn, just saying something, because that Zevgavzeb priest has been like shouting like, "Look, that is the power of Zevgavzeb as this worm
he hasn't
creature."
been speaking common, right?
Oh, right. Never mind. Continue.
Yeah, I think once again this kind of ice is surrounding. It's going to have to use its move action to try and break through the check. Which it does. The ice cracks and breaks up around it.
Yeah.
But that does kind of prevent it from doing anything more nasty than that.
Yeah.
It does have. It does have a. It does have reach. But who's it gonna go for? I think it might try and go for Ryan. It's been
if we look at the thing that Jack linked, he can't actually attack from that particular spot.
Oh wait, hang on. No, he can.
Oh yeah, it's this square that he wouldn't be able to.
That one.
Oh right, yeah, go ahead.
Because there's three things around him, and he's not necessarily a person. He's kind of berserk, so I'm going to roll a d6. 1, 2 for the angel, 1, 2, 3 or 4 for the creature, and 5 or 6 for Ryan. Yeah, indeed. He's going to take a smack at Ryan.
Okay, let me quickly check what Ryan's AC is. No, I just typed Ryan in the wiki search bar.
Okay, does a 27?
Yes, definitely.
As this claw kind of smacks him out of the air for 10 points of damage.
Alright, he is on 1 HP.
It's basically just like juice as well, so give me a second while I replace it with a different one. Apologies for the delay.
No
Yeah,
problem.
so next up is Thyra, as she is doing that.
Thyra touches the pearl of power that she has hanging around her neck. It's next to the symbol of Thor, actually. So she touches that, and then she reaches back down into her belt, and the iron stake, which has crumbled down into iron filings, she tosses a cloud of the iron filings out, and uses iron stake again, but on the wiggler now.
Nice.
So that's a ranged touch attack, so that's with a +2
On what exactly?
on the wiggler.
Oh, yeah.
Does a 17 hit? Touch AC?
I believe it does. Because I rolled the same and it hit.
Nice. Is Ag not here?
Agtheo, hello.
He did say something about something being out of juice. It's possible he's recharging his headphones or something.
Ah, yes, it does seem
the
like
game.
that. He
Let's
is
just kill the thing
he is
he has
chatting
while
in
he's
the text box. So. Ah, yes, he is switching headset.
Theo, we're not killing all of your things. Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, oh man, it's 1:45 already. I hope we kill these guys soon.
Yeah, I think we should be able to.
I'm okay going for a little bit longer as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'd be pretty down for that.
I'm
I
pretty
also-
sure that he did note that both the worm and the Hezru demon weren't looking good. I think that any attack on it
Can you
now.
hear us?
Hello, Agtheo. We'll just wait for a moment.
Yeah.
I think that any attack on the worm now is going to finish it off.
I mean, Iron Stake does 46 now.
Yeah,
Hits,
I think maybe
I can
if
hear
the
Good, yeah, that's good.
if the Valkyrie gets an attack, you might want to just take out the worm with the Valkyrie and Iron Stake the Hezru demon.
Well, do you
No,
have-
But
I'll
I mean
do you have
that's
like a
your
new-
idea. That's your action, of course. I'm just trying to provide my 2 cents.
Okay.
What do you say, Ag?
Didn't you get like a new spell? Like,
What? Didn't I get a new spell? Yeah, I got Lightning Lord as well, but also Iron Stake is more useful.
okay.
So yeah, I touch my Pearl of Power, I activate Iron Stake with the remnants of the Iron Stake that I had, and then I rolled a 17 versus touch AC on the Wiggler.
Okay. On the Wiggler, right?
Yep.
Can you? Just the Wiggler. So yeah, something that hits.
Nice.
Good.
So that's if it has DR versus Cold Iron, then it needs to roll a
It does not.
Fortitude save.
It does not.
Nice. Oh, it's also sickened for 1 round. Sorry, I didn't notice that.
I think you're probably going to finish it off after you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
You
that.
think wrong. God damn it.
No, that's enough.
Oh.
7 damage as this kind of iron.
I think it goes right through the head. I think it
Yeah.
just goes wha-dunk. Like,
Nice, good.
what's that thing where you pin butterflies up? I do that.
Nice.
You know the weird butterfly pinning hobby?
Yes,
Ugh.
it's
Yeah.
Horrible.
So yeah, this just comes. Okay.
Yeah, it's super dead. And then,
Good.
as a swift action, I can move my good buddy.
Okay. That would take an attack of opportunity.
It doesn't.
Oh, is
It's,
this? Is it,
it's a being of pure force. It doesn't take attacks like a normal thing.
okay. Cool.
Yeah, I know, right? And then that's going to attack with standard melee attack.
24. Nice. That should
hits.
hit, I believe. Is that thing good aligned?
Oh, and the other one, so it was a 26 and a 14. So
14
the second
before-
one doesn't hit, presumably.
Yep.
Mm.
So how much is damage on that 20?
It is 1d10 plus 2 and bypasses DR.
Ah, good. That's nice.
Five.
Damage as it lets out kind of like as
Oh, that's a 7 actually. I forgot about the plus 2.
Oh, okay, cool.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
It lets out a slightly larger. Okay.
Ow, that hurts slightly more. Yeah.
Yes. Next up, as this battle is kind of raging around you, like as you look up, like from the druidic side, you're just going like it almost gets slightly dark overhead, as a cloud of arrows side as crunch metal laying.
We are not catching any of
Yeah, I've
that.
heard none of that.
Okay, sorry. Is that better?
Yes, that's better.
Yeah, but you
Okay.
just drop in and out.
Yeah.
Try again.
So basically, it's slightly dark overhead as the druids do a flurry of arrows over your head, but they all sink in their cultists as there's a metal rock as the earth shakers start staving in the heads of some of the large lizards through onto the rock. There is a pulse of power from the high priest, and kind of like as for the druid back slightly. He looks to be slightly wrong-footed by this surge of. You see the power of Zepgamazep. You see. And yeah, next up is Glandor.
Yep. Glanvar sees, Glanvar don't care.
Okay.
Glanvar's going to flurry again on the
Right.
demon.
Okay.
Because no one seems paying him much heed otherwise, so might as well keep on doing what he's
Might
doing.
as well.
Yeah, it's kind of two contained fights here, almost.
That
Right.
did not go well.
Yeah, the
That should-
23 hits,
Mhm.
and it opens up a kind of cut.
Yeah, so that's is that with the +2s to damage calculated in as well?
Yes, yeah, I add it in.
All right.
Always.
So yeah,
That's
like
good.
another wound here, but again, most of it kind of closes up after. There's a small. The Hezru is in general not great, but
So I have
yeah.
here.
Dave, you're up.
Hi, it's me. Does the tree ant have any opinions about these cultists, or is it more concerned about the demon?
Aye. D is the problem.
Cutting away. I'm sorry, we can't hear that.
The tree ant says very slowly, if you can kind of take him out.
I'm afraid
Well,
that
demon.
no.
Sorry, did you get any of that, or was I cutting out
I
again?
got some of it. Didn't
He reckons for demon. The demon is.
want to, like, you know.
Yep.
I don't want to, like, control this dude. Like, want him to do what he feels is best.
Okay. I think you had a good idea, friend, and like kind of.
Again. I reckon the whole shower of swords seemed to go quite well before.
Yeah, that hits again. Do you say some damage?
The plus
Uh,
15, was it?
Yeah, 2d6 plus 15 damage.
That's not bad at all.
Almost max damage.
Yeah. How do you want?
It's just the rain of swords come down on it and just tear it to ribbons. Slice it up.
Yeah, just caves its face. The Hezard.
Grizzly.
And this terrifying like psychic scream goes again, but seems to be affecting Gavazeb cultists a little bit worse than the perhaps, because it goes out as this kind of flick, and it also distracts the high priest. His field goes down, looks up as kind of
We're
So-
not.
0.
Yeah.
Didn't
So-
hear that.
Can't hear that. How's
We
that?
I heard up to looks up, and then it cut out.
Okay, so basically, they're looking at each other, and the high priest says to, "Out of lightning magic, what are you going to do? Going to grow some kind of plant? You think even a creature that size?" And he gestures over to the treant. "But if it's large, it would help you." And Druid looks at him and says, "Hey, I think I am gonna plant, but the only plant I need to grow is that salad sandwich I had for shields." I just start jingle.
You're cutting out a lot again, and we
The
can't
druid
catch
is
anything.
going to grow a salad sandwich the guy had to eat, and then he explodes, and then we win.
Okay, good.
And then it's like the end of Return of the Jedi.
Yes, very much like that.
Nice.
As this kind of thing just burst out.
Nice.
The Zeb cultist just,
Tree fragged.
tree fragged indeed. As they start turning tail to kind of run, as the druid starts to chase after them, screaming, "Stop!" Yes, they were. Get turned to the dark side. There has been enough bloodshed. The high priest dead. I'm take Cernanos up offer via his messenger. We'll discuss Bellow. As for these, and kind of the troglodytes are a bit funny, because you still, but the treant stands proud. Friends.
Okay, I got the treant stands proud life, friends.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
The basically is kind of starts scooping you all up in his arms. Did you hear that? Okay.
Is the treant picking us up? Apparently, if you switch to a different server in Discord, it might help with the cutting out.
Mm.
Or a
Yeah.
different country.
Yeah, because we can quickly skip to the backup one.
It's not talking about server like that. It's talking about server like the instance of Discord. I'm not
Oh,
sure
right.
we're not on the... I'm pretty sure we're on the European one. I'm not actually sure how to switch that over.
That might be an ag thing.
Yeah. Well, we're actually pretty close. As the treant kind of there's maybe a couple of like nervous guys who maybe thinking about narrow guys, but the trunk like treant kind of gathering. I think the kind of last scene we kind of get here, treant and kind of riding on him as he's down.
What did who did the treant pick up? Was it just us?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about Dave Bonbon and Sigma?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, and Glanvar, we're quite far away from it, aren't we?
It's
Yeah,
a really
Yeah, because
smart
we're
treant.
smart.
Did it pick up the dog? Is the dog just there behind us?
No, but the dog is there with Greenleaf. No, he's walking around. It's kind of
Okay.
like walking around and like gesturing.
I wave at the dog as we're carried away.
Yes.
So I kind of think the last scene we get is this large treant kind of weighed down almost by the larger PATHCO and ancillary people hanging off his like branches, like that. As he tripped back in, I think. get.
Your audio is really having trouble
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, it really is.
This is even worse than normal.
Yeah. Like we can
Where are we
catch.
being carried back to?
Yeah, we can catch like a word here and there, but
It's like 1 in 4 words, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what's wrong with that.
It could be a Discord thing. It's probably not.
I assume it's a Discord thing. Yeah.
Could be
Yeah.
a web.
Yeah, so it basically is carrying you back. And I think the kind of last image you see is guys being carried away, and there's, a series of shots greenly talking to the dog, later turning to making some kind of an that way. See Finley and one aren't chiseling out a new set of action figures, and one that he's working on at the moment is very and the elder relative who's carving it out is carving out a crossbow and a lute, and how many animals? So many accessories.
And also, he wants Kung Fu Grip.
Yes. And I think that's where we are going.
Indeed.
I mean, wow, that was epic. I mean,
That was
gee
epic.
golly willikers.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff I feel like we need to do, but I guess we could do that next week when hopefully Ag's not having so many mic issues.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like undercut what I was trying to do there. but-
Yeah, it has,
I'm
but
so sorry.
It's very unfortunate,
Maybe, like, could you maybe like write out the epilogue and someone else could reel it?
Well, I was thinking more like you could write it out as like a nice little piece of.
yeah,
fiction.
you can
We could
read
do
it out,
anything.
and next session we can start with that, and
That would be good.
I'll sort of continue on from that point with my own prologue, if you will.
Well, I think you guys pretty much got. Don't.
Well,
I think you guys.
we've only
pretty much
heard, we've pretty much got
I mean,
silence.
That is ironic. That is ironic.
Was it only happening after I switched the headset?
No.
I think it got worse once you did, but
Yeah, I probably should.
Yeah.
I thought that was charged. Yeah, we can go through. You guys basically escaped on Creant, and Finley's making an action.
alright. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
I
cool
got
that
that.
Finley's making,
Yeah.
like, little action figures of PATHCO, especially the one with Dave, with all, like, animal accessories and things like that, as we are
Yeah.
sort of
The best member of
transported
PATHCO.
away by this big tree ant.
Indeed. Yeah. So at the end of that, everyone gains 1,000 experience points.
How many? 1,000.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay,
And-
good.
That we fought before the Hezra demon.
Yeah, you got the. I put in the Discord chat about that.
Yeah, it was how we leveled up.
Yes, indeed.
Nice.
Very good.
And on top of that, in terms of other rewards, as a combination of money given from the Pathfinder Society,
From the Pathfinder Society. ...
and from Bryce's family, and just generally selling story, or maybe some people, Napoleon, cough cough, has been picking up stuff around back.
Actually, just putting this in, before we get on the tree ant, can I just take out a dose of lamp oil, just pour it on this dead Hezru demon, and just set it on fire with a snap of my fingers?
You absolutely can do that.
And he just
that's
sort
good
of
advice.
he sort of slaps his hands together like, we're done with that.
Yep.
Indeed. So yeah, great. But in total, regardless of how you get it, Pathfinder Society afford discounts for being heroes.
Alright.
Everyone gets 2,500 pieces.
Nice. Good.
2,500 GP was that?
Yes.
Loose change, cash money.
Yes.
Oh my
or the
God.
equivalent, or that might be an artifact, gems, but it's that amount of.
Yeah. So
That's
that's
what
what we
you're saying,
get,
it's
and
5.5
then I
grams
can
worth of
and then I
stuff.
can still sell all of the crap that I picked up, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, I think you guys get back to Bryce's thing, but we can do that as the next one. So yes, that was the end of Return to Arbello.
Nice, solid
Fast.
module.
Man, yeah, very solid module. Very
Nice.
good. I love it.
What do you say?
Golden dice?
Golden dice.
Saying me, maybe she's biased. But even though
Yeah, no, I think I agree with that very much.
Yeah, you actually you brought the big old boy on board, the tree boy.
the frogs. I thought the frogs were good.
Oh,
Yes, the
frogs
frogs were
pretty-
very good.
They stopped me getting attacked.
It was a year and a half, I think.
It was. I think it started in September 2016, so a year and 7 months. Not
Year and a
including
half.
stuff like Christmas breaks and stuff.
Long old campaign.
Yeah, that was a campaign and a half. Jesus
Campaign.
Christ!
Yeah, man,
Are we
wow.
going to do the PATHCO show next week?
A what
Oh,
now?
that's true. Well, we were talking about doing like a decompression session after
Yeah.
Return to Arbello for like all the stuff we maybe missed out on, like what on earth was going on with that dog.
Oh yeah, that's an
So
idea.
just talk about like character motivations.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be true.
That's
we can do it
nice.
for like all characters, not just NPCs and stuff.
Yeah, of course. That's good. I do
Would that
like
be
that.
fun? Would that bother you regarding your new module?
No, not really. As I can initiate, I don't. I can initiate it at any time, so it doesn't really bother
I'm
me.
really looking forward to Return to Ossenheim. This should be good.
It's. I will say. It's not Return to Ossenheim.
Class.
What
Last.
do you want to say? Do you have a teaser in mind?
Actually, yeah. Now that Return to Arbello has ended, I can give you the name of the upcoming module.
Okay.
Drum roll.
And the name of the upcoming module is Our Beautiful Future.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, that's comforting.
That's the name of the
Reveal.
upcoming module.
Our beautiful future. PATHCO module number 7.
Something like that. Yeah, I think we're about at 7.
Session 67.
Yes, the accursed session 67.
We should really do some housekeeping on the channel.
I really feel like the final Pathfinder module where we fight like, I don't know, like the fabric of reality should be called as a module session 67.
68, surely.
Oh yeah, so session 68. Yeah, we've gone beyond.
68 is the epilogue.
Yeah.
I do appreciate I'm not the best at housekeeping the channel, but I think other people do have access to that.
Yeah, I
Maybe
do have access to that, and I really should have been doing some housekeeping on it.
To be honest,
Um,
I
well,
need to pay
we'll
more
get round-
attention to the YouTube.
We'll get round to it now. Return to our
Yeah, exactly. Now I can actually like make the Arbello title cards and continue on.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to put so many title cards on all these videos. Oh good lord.
It'll be fun. And rename them. Please rename them.
Yes, I will. Don't worry about that.
okay. Well, thank you all for bearing with. I hope you had a good time, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the end.
Yes,
Yep.
indeed. All right.
And as the last
Fantastic.
action, Thyra Coupe de Grasse is Apollyon, so he's out of action for the next module.
I do have something in mind for why Apollyon isn't here. I believe I've discussed it already. That he's sort of.
Home.
Anyway, I'll come back to that later.
Anyway, goodbye, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, goodbye.
At the
and-
end
yeah.
of Return to Arbello, after a
Without
year
return
and a
from
half
Arbello.
of slogging through swamps, killing fishmen, frogmen, lizard men, a whole lot of men, we finally reached the end.
Nice.
Goodbye, everyone, from the world of PATHCO.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I'll miss you.
Bye.